Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Flaky Appearance 1104. Am I the beehole for hiding a family heirloom before giving it to my daughter? I, a 35-year-old male, have a beautiful little girl, Lena, a 4-year-old female, with my wife Tammy, a 35-year-old female, who was gracious enough to support my request in giving our daughter a variation of my great-grandmother's name, Lena. She cared for me as a baby while my parents worked and passed away when I was 7. I was heartbroken, and the only one I felt that I could truly understand my pain was my grandfather, Lena's son. We grieved for her together and became best buddies ever since. My Nana was very sick for a while, and towards the end of her life, she expressed that one of her regrets in her life was never having a daughter to pass down the family pendant to that was given to her by her mother. I told my Nana that I would have my daughter for her, and that the pendant could be passed on, and she seemed really happy about that. She passed away, and my grandfather got the pendant, and told me that it will go to whatever daughter I had, and it's kind of our half-joke slash half-serious understanding that we openly talk about for years. Unfortunately, when I was 12, my dad cheated on my mom and got the woman pregnant. Ugh. I was so angry at my dad because my mom was dealing with depression at the time and he couldn't care less. He married his affair partner. Oh, he's a real piece of work. After their daughter, Jessica, a 22-year-old female, was born, and I had promised my dad that I would ruin their big day if I was forced to attend, and when they tried to call my bluff, I put blue dye in all the other women's shampoo. After that, it was made very clear that I would not be allowed back home until I apologized, but I was so stubborn and bitter that it didn't work and my dad didn't want to have to pay a large sum in child support, so the threat didn't stick. My mother got me into therapy, which helped me process my anger, but I forever kept my dad and the other woman and their daughter at arm's length. My grandfather passed when I was in college, and in his will he left me some money. And the pendant, which I kept in a deposit box. I never talked about it, and no one ever asked me for or about it. Fast forward to a couple days ago, and I showed Lena my Nana's pendant, and she loved it. Tammy took a picture of Lena with it and posted it on social media. It got back to Jessica, and my dad, it filled in the info gaps, and is upset that she doesn't get the pendant. My dad's other woman is calling me a thief. Oh, her, man. That I knew I was wrong, which is why I hid it. Screw that gank, bro. Oh. And demanding that I give it to Jessica, the pendant, as it's rightfully hers, and I'm refusing. She never even met my Nana, never expressed interest in learning about her, never once asked about the pendant, as far as I know, and has no legal claim as it was technically willed to me. Am I the beehole? Hi, OP. No, you are not the beehole, and that pendant was willed to you. That is your property. You can do with it, give it to whoever the hell you want. It's yours. And I don't even know how you tolerate talking to that sack of crap and the whore he's with and their piece of crap child. I despise cheaters. I see them as less than nothing. So I wouldn't even want to be associated with him. My advice to you, OP, is to just go no contact with him. He's a sack of crap. He's with another sack of crap. Like, I'm sorry. I know I'm repeating myself, but I despise cheaters. And his wife is depressed and he's just like, oh, I'm going to go cheat. And I don't know why he expects you to treat him with any respect. Like, that's insane. I don't get the people's thought process. But no, OP, you are not the beehole. Don't give them a damn thing. Cut them out, OP. They're dead weight. There's no point in you talking to any of them. They're all idiots. OP, go no contact. Block them on everything and go and live your life with your child and give her. And I'm happy you had a little girl to, give that pendant to. So OP, not the beehole. And our next one comes from OKButterfly9117. Am I the beehole? Little sister got a new car, and I left the party. I, a 17-year-old female, and my sister, a 15-year-old female, used to get along great when we were kids. Since I started high school, it feels like she's taking all the attention. Once she started going to my high school, she got really popular. What's annoying is that she acts really stupid and people seem to eat it up. She just giggles and does little dances most of the time. I missed my senior prom because I didn't have a date, and she went with one of the other seniors that hasn't stopped talking about how much fun it was. It was recently announced that I'm the valedictorian. My dad decided to have a party to celebrate. Our mom left when we were little. Honestly, that felt really good because even he seemed to like my sister more. We're a sports family and they're always a pair on the couch, and I'm like the third wheel trying to get their attention. He takes her to the mall to buy clothes all the time, whereas I have to take myself. I go to thrift stores because I don't like clothes made in sweatshops. She has her learner's permit and soon will be 16 and get her driver's license. When I turned 16, my aunt gave me her 2015 Nissan Versa, which is always breaking down. Oh, that sucks, man. I always have cars that break down too, which you do get a good set of skills learning how to fix simple things like that. And smells bad because she used to smoke in it. Okay, that I couldn't take or tolerate. I hate the smell of cigarette smoke. Every time there's a car commercial, my sister every time sits on my dad's lap like she's a little kid and whines that she wants a car for her birthday. It makes my eyes roll. But like I said, it's like I don't even exist to them sometimes. My sister's birthday is also in May, and she's having a Sweet 16 party on a rented boat. Jeez, man. Mind you, I simply had a family get together with a cake for my 16th birthday. Wow. They are playing favorites, and that sucks. Last week was the party at the house to celebrate my achievement. I was having a pretty good time at the start. My sister was up in her room taking forever to get ready, and when she came out, I saw she had done everything she could do to outdo me. Her hair was curled, her makeup was done, she was in a really revealing fit. Everyone was staring at her and ignoring me. It sucked because I was trying to just focus on my core group of friends. Then, as we're all in the living room, we see through the big window a truck with a trailer pull up. The driver comes up to the door and it turns out it's a brand new car. For my sister, from my dad. She is crying and jumping around and hugging and kissing my dad. Everyone goes outside to look at the car. When this happens, I went out the back door, turned off my phone, and drove my 9-year-old car all alone to the beach to be by myself. When I came back, everyone was so angry and yelling. My dad said he didn't know that they'd deliver the car during my party. Sorry, I gotta stop here. I'm gonna have to call BS on that. Even when I order a little dinky $10 thing from Amazon, I know when that's coming. They let you know. I'm sorry, I just don't believe you don't know when a brand new car is being delivered to your house. I'm pretty sure the people selling a brand new car are on top of things like dates and, delivery dates and whatnot. So I call BS on that. My sister had clearly been crying and said she didn't mean to hurt my feelings, that she just wants to be a good sister and doesn't know why I'm sad all the time. I feel so alone. Am I the beehole for leaving the party once the car came? Nah, OP. You've been treated pretty bad, man. I know we all got used cars, me, my brother, and my sister, when we first got cars because you're new drivers, you're gonna F something up, and we all did something to F the car up. Not, we hit the bumper or got something that traded paint. Personally, I accidentally scraped mines against this really rough wall that scraped the front of it, but it was an old Nissan, Chevy Lumina, and I really didn't care about the Lumina. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna cry if it gets uglier. It was an already ugly car, but I did, which is what I think everyone should do when their child is first starting to drive. You don't get them the brand new car. They're gonna mess that thing up and they're gonna cry messing up their brand new car. You get them something like what you got for your first car, and then eventually you get that nice brand new car. You know what I mean? Once they've built up their driving skills and know how to handle a vehicle, and there's less chance of accidents and, scraping the car. But this has all been building up, OP. They've been ignoring you, treating you like the third wheel. He clearly has a favorite, and he has no problem letting you know that he has a favorite daughter, which really sucks. No parent should play favorites, man. Um, and yeah, it finally came to a head, and I think you handled it quite well instead of staying there, getting in a fight and looking, foolish, because she was probably gonna find a way to turn it on you if you came at them a huffing and puffing. She sounds like she's good at that. You left, you cooled off, you had a nice day at the beach, which that's really a nice place to go to, unwind. And then when you came back, of course, she's making it all about her, crying. They didn't know. Of course, they knew the car was coming. That's bullshit. OP, no, you're not the beehole. Um, if I were you, I'd be looking for a way to get away from there as soon as you can. Because it sounds like those two are in their own little weird relationship. But OP, no, you're not the beehole. And I honestly feel bad for you. Because that sucks being you're the third wheel, and you see your sibling get better things than you when you get hand-me-downs, and you don't get little trips to the mall to buy clothes, and you don't get a brand new car. Ah, that's so messed up. Our final one comes from Flower Swans. Am I the beehole for giving up my dad and his wife slash affair partner's tickets to my graduation? When I, an 18-year-old male, was 8, my family fell apart. When it came out that my dad was sleeping with my mom's best friend, oh man, I found out a few hours before my mom did. My dad brought us, me and my sister, now a 16-year-old female, over to her house to play with her kids, and I saw them kissing. Wow, he's so brazen, he does not care. Mom found out when she wondered where we were and came over and caught them in bed together. Mom left Dad. Dad moved in with the affair partner, who was formerly known as Aunt Mel. My mom put my sister and me into therapy because we did not adjust well to the changes. I was lucky enough to be sour enough about it more than a year later that I wasn't at the wedding because I was clear I wasn't going to play along with their special day. Man, his cheating arse, he's gonna enforce you guys to the wedding. Ugh, gross. We also had a heated exchange for a few weeks after I moved in because I told mom what I saw, and dad was furious with me, making it worse. My mom never badmouthed our dad or the affair partner to either of us. She encouraged us to have a good relationship with them still. Oh man, I don't like that. Don't be sending your kids with the hoe that cheated with your husband, you know what I mean? 2 years ago, I sat mom down and told her to stop encouraging me with that, because I would never have a good relationship with them again. Which, good for you. Stand ground, man. I stopped seeing my dad 8 months ago. I was close enough to my 18th birthday that I knew dad taking mom back to court wouldn't hurt her in any way, but I was made aware that they had booked free tickets to my graduation. We have limited numbers, so parents can call the school and order some. Closing happened last week, and on the last day, I asked the school to give the tickets my dad had called in for to someone else, which they did. He found out and was furious. He called and berated why is he calling your mom? My mom, and demanded she get her parents to give up their tickets. Screw him. For him and his wife. Oh my god, what an prick. I told him I didn't want them there, and I don't want them in my life anymore. Good, tell him that. Dad told me I had no right to give up the tickets that he ordered, and I had no right to stop him and his wife from watching their oldest kid graduate. Their oldest kid? Okay, you're technically his kid. Personally, I'd have no father in this situation, but you're not that whore's kid. I told them I'm not their kid, and I'm ashamed to be his. Good. I'm glad you have a backbone, man. He raged at mom some more. He's still going after your mom. She didn't even do anything. After that, he also gave my sister hell until she told him they effing sucked, so what did he expect? I saw tickets on her phone with dad saying all kinds of shite about me. Am I the beehole? No, OP. No, you're not the beehole. Far as I'm concerned, if I were in your shoes, I have no father. You can't give tickets to someone who doesn't exist, so that was good of you, giving up 2 tickets to someone else who could probably use it for their family, who isn't, having a piece of crap cheater in it. Don't have much to say at the end of this one, because you're doing what I would tell you to say. Tell him to f off, man. Cut him out. Completely go no contact with him. It seems like that's what you're trying to do, but he seems to keep trying to weasel his way in. I don't get the way people think where they can do evil like that and just expect people to be like, okay, we're okay now. I mean, you treated my mom, who I love, like crap, and cheated on her with her friend, and yeah, I'll accept you. You're still my dad. No, that person wouldn't exist to me ever again. I would be done with my father if he did something like that. And you could see that he's a piece of crap, constantly going after your mother when you're the one who said no, she didn't do anything. He needs to take the hint. Him and his whore need to F off and go live their crappy life, because eventually he's going to cheat on her. Once someone cheats, they're probably going to do it again. So no, P, no, you're not in the wrong. I would have done the same thing. I don't want you there when I achieve something, you cheating sack of crap. Again, OP, no, not the beehole. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me, and can you please do what I said in the beginning, and like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out, it helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.